All right, let's pull up a stool at the digital campfire for this one. We're diving into a modern ghost story that feels like it was born right out of the darkest corners of the internet. This isn't just about things that go bump in the night. It's about a very strange job, a list of rules you can't break, and the terrifying price of failure.
This is pretty much the entire hiring process, just a single cryptic phone call. There's no interview, no background check, just this warning. The stakes are laid out right from the very beginning, and you get the feeling that getting out doesn't mean you just get fired. It sounds a lot more final.
So where does this all go down? At the Midnight Diner, a classic 24-hour spot just off Highway 61 in Louisiana. You can picture it, right? Checkered floors, worn-out red vinyl booths, and that one buzzing neon sign cutting through the pitch-black night. It's a place that feels completely unstuck in time, totally isolated and just waiting.
And this is where it all starts for our new hire. His entire orientation for the night from hell comes in a single mysterious email. This isn't your average employee handbook. It's more like a survival guide. And if he's lucky, it's his only lifeline.
Now, this page, this email, it's the core of the whole story. It lays out 7 unbreakable rules. And let's be clear, these aren't friendly suggestions. They are the absolute protocols for making it through a graveyard shift at the Midnight Diner. And here they are. I mean, each one is stranger than the last. There's a special menu that only shows up after midnight. You can only accept tokens for payment. We'll get to that. The house special is only black coffee. There's a specific booth, booth 9, that's completely off limits. You have to ignore whispers coming from the kitchen. You even have to play a specific song at 3 a.m. sharp. See, these aren't just rules, they're the steps of a ritual, designed to keep some kind of fragile peace.
So, with the rules set, the shift starts. And it does not take long for the bizarre reality of this job to start creeping in as the night unfolds, hour by chilling hour.
So, here's how the night plays out. At just 1 minute past midnight, the menu just changes on its own. The first customers aren't far behind. Then, the forbidden booth 9 gets a little weird. 3 a.m. is the big moment with the jukebox, which leads to some very unusual customers showing up. And then finally, hopefully, the shift ends at 6 a.m.
So let's talk about that strange payment system. People here, they don't pay with cash or credit cards. They pay what the rules call tokens. And these aren't just coins, they're artifacts. Each one is a piece of a life somebody left behind, a memory, a story. This really sets up the diner as this in-between place where the currency isn't money, but memory and maybe even regret.
Right on cue, the first customers show up, and the rules immediately get put to the test. An old man comes in, orders the house special, black coffee, just like the rule says. He pays with a silver dollar from 1943. Then, a woman in a soaking wet dress, even though it's not raining outside, she does the same. Her payment? A faded black and white photograph. The token jar is starting to fill up. Okay, so up to this point, the night has been strange, for sure, but, manageable. But as that clock ticks closer to the middle of the night, the whole vibe of the diner shifts from just plain eerie to something way more threatening.
And here's the first real sign that something unseen is in the diner with him. Booth 9, the one place he's not supposed to touch, has been messed with. The smiley face is what gets me. It's so playful, almost childish, which honestly makes it 1,000 times creepier.
And then, just like the rules warned him, it starts. He hears his own name, whispered from the dark, empty kitchen. It's such a classic test, right? Trying to lure him in, but he stays disciplined. He ignores it, sticks to the protocol. You can just feel the tension ratcheting up.
At exactly 3 a.m., he does what he's told. He puts the record on the jukebox, and a voice that is definitely not the singer on the record, cuts through the static jazz with this one simple, chilling line. It's the first time something directly speaks to him. It's a sign that he's being watched. He's not just working there, he's part of the show.
And this is when things get really strange. A group of 4 people walks in, but their clothes are from all different eras. A woman in a 50s-style dress is sitting next to a guy in an 80s jacket. It's like they've all stepped out of time itself. And they're here for something called the Forgotten Promises pie.
But it's the tokens they leave behind that really tell their story. I mean, look at this list. They are so personal and so tragic. A wedding ring, a drawing from a little kid, a hospital bracelet, and the real gut punch, a plane ticket for a flight that famously crashed. Every single token is a life that was cut short.
As the group leaves, one of the women turns back to him and says this. And that's when it all clicks into place. The Midnight Diner, it isn't for the living. It's a rest stop for the forgotten, a place where their spirits can be seen and served and remembered, if only for a little while before they have to move on.
So our night shift worker, he's basically made it. He got through the worst of it. He followed every single rule, he served every ghost, he survived. But there's still one rule left, and it's the most important one, and of course, the most tempting one to break.
So what do you think? What's the real price for a moment of curiosity in a place like this? Rule number 7 was very clear. When the shift is over, you leave through the back door, and you never, ever look back.
And this is it, the fatal mistake. He's right there at the doorway, on the edge between the diner's world and our world. And he hesitates. He gives in to that little voice in his head, and he turns around for just one last look. It's such a simple, human thing to do, but it has permanent, supernatural consequences.
And this is what he sees. The diner, which was empty just a second ago, is now completely full. Every single booth is occupied by silent patrons, and they are all just staring at him. And there, in the forbidden booth 9, sits his doppelganger, his exact double, smiling back at him. By looking back, he sealed his own fate. He's part of the collection now.
He slams the door shut and just runs. He gets away from the physical building, sure, but as he's about to find out, leaving the Midnight Diner and actually escaping it are two very, very different things.
He texts the owner to quit his job, and this is the only reply he gets back. It's a confirmation of what he just saw. He broke the rule, and now he can't just walk away. The patrons of the diner, now they remember him.
And the haunting follows him home. The diner's reality starts to bleed into his. Now, at 3 a.m. every morning, his phone starts playing that same static jazz from the jukebox. And sometimes the screen will just glitch and show a photo of him sitting in booth 9, waiting. He didn't just work a shift, he became a permanent resident.
Which leaves us with the story's one final lingering question. The diner is still out there somewhere on Highway 61. The job is open. The menu is waiting. So, would you take